XRP and XLM have been trading big with macros in mind. I've been making these videos now for 1 year exactly, so let's do it. The big dates that matter in May for XRP, XLM, and the entire crypto market. Like I said, I've been doing these videos for a while and you love them as they are one of the best watch series on this channel. So let's start it off, and as always, any article you see in this video, including these dates, will be linked in the description below. So if you miss out, don't worry, everything you see on the screen, I got your back. All right, the 2nd through the 3rd, we're gonna be getting some job data in. Minimal placement right there with job data as is the economy isn't hitting that recession mark yet. I understand that those of you out there are like, yo, things are bad. I get it. But in terms of like a economic indicator, we're not putting too much weight right now on jobless claims. Wages are still high, okay? But we are seeing some high-end wages start peeling back. I'll be keeping an eye on that for you. The big one, though, is the 3rd. That's the FOMC meeting. We're going to be live streaming that. That's happening on Wednesday. At 2 p.m. is the rate hike announcement. At 2:30, Jerome Powell goes on the mic. Not as good as this MC right here. But he goes on the mic and justifies his reasons and explains future action. Here's the thing, everyone. 78.9% of people in the know that trade this and make money on this action are saying, yes, they're going to hit us with a rate hike now. Take a pause in June. On the 4th, we got some more jobless data with more employment action happening on the 5th. Now we move on over to the next big thing, and that's CPI data happening May 10th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Yes, we will be covering CPI data live on the channel, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. We have a blast. Now, we're learning that some other data is starting to take some oomph and emphasis. On the 11th, PPI data is coming out. Now, in April, the markets moved very strong on PPI data, and that was something very interesting for a lot of us out there in the know. We're like, PPI data. So we're going to be keeping an eye on PPI data. Remember, that's happening on the 11th. Also happening on the 11th is UK Central Bank, right? Just like the Fed does their rate hikes, UK is doing it. Now, the reason we're covering the UK, they are in deep trouble when it comes to inflation, and their central bank is going to have to be aggressive. The market moved on the last UK CPI data and moved as well on the last UK central bank decision. We'll be keeping an eye on it to keep you informed. We get a break for a little bit here in mid-May. Thank God, let those flowers bloom. I think a crypto spring has happened, do you? But we got the 24th is May's UK CPI data, all right? Here's the current one for the bank rate. That's for the UK. But on the 24th is the UK's CPI data. We need, and all of us here in the United States and all of us watching around the world are hoping for our friends in the UK to get some relief on price action, because right now it's the consumer that's paying the cost for government inability to do what's right. So that's on the 24th is May's UK CPI data. And on the 29th, the markets are closed. That's the stock markets, not crypto. That's right. We can trade the hell out of it, but look for low liquidity. Now, there's something I have to warn you about. May is usually a worse month for crypto in the stock market. Lower volumes, people start taking vacations, let's go big screen. But it's true, we've got graduations happening, and a lot of people in the financial world really start pumping the brakes in May and start waiting for the second half of the year. May and June can be pretty quiet, and that's kind of why I'm keeping my fingers crossed that low volume will see some green candlesticks instead of the red. But look for low volume at the end of the month. Now, there's something I'm going to warn you about, and you're not going to get this from other channels. On the 29th, with the market being closed, remember, there's not going to be any banks open either, which means what? Liquidity issues. If any banks are in trouble, and if we see stuff getting beaten down in May because of low volume, liquidity issues will be arising at the end of the month, especially for anyone running into liquidity issues along the 24th on of May. They're going to be having trouble with Memorial Day. Yeah, no ACH action, so no bailout action. So banks that are operating on the tiniest of margins, they're going to get stressed on the 29th of May. Now, if you want to see what I do outside of crypto, that's this channel right here. I'm trying to run a 6-minute mile and I'm doing a fitness race. You want crypto Web3 action? Well, that's this video right here, and I love you for it. Now, until more news breaks, I've got one more workout to do along with elliptical. Pre-burn. You cool cats. Have a great rest of your day.